Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still working on that time of day kind of stuff, but it is Friday, and this is Pickup Lines presented by Gamez Law Firm and Integrity Roofing and Siding. We are inside the all-electric Lexus RZ 450E, courtesy of North Park Lexus of San Antonio and North Park Lexus at Dominion. As you can see, yellow is the color of the day, because Luci Bell would not have it any other way. So I had to find a pop of yellow.
I love it.
I don't have a yellow sports coat or anything, but nonetheless, we are exactly 1 week from this moment. I believe the Battle of Flowers parade will be parading.
That's kind of scary. Very scary. But exciting. We can't wait to spread love throughout the streets of San Antonio.
I love it. So Luci Bell is the chair, among a million other things. You're the chair of the parade this year, which is a huge honor, I would imagine. How does one become the chair of the Battle of Flowers parade?
That's a good question. It's a lot of work, a lot of volunteer time. It's 100% all ladies, all volunteers. And you work your way up through the organization. It's something that my family's done for generations. And my mother was a parade chair in 1987. So I've been watching this for years, living down at our dens, watching the flower makers, watching floats, and here I am.
I'm trying to visualize a childhood, young girl Lucy watching the parade, or I wonder what memories you have of watching the parade as a child.
Oh, so many. Actually, it was so cool because I had access to get into the forming area, and that's where the bigwigs are and
Yes.
the dignitaries, and they used to ride around with the Army and Humvees, and it just seemed over the moon cool to me to have such power one particular day.
It's amazing. My daughter was fortunate enough to be in the parade last year, so we were sitting right there along, was it Commerce Street, and just living our best life, and looking forward to that. Of course, as you know, I'm on the Raphael court this year, so that's just an added bonus of being part of the Fiesta festivities. So let's do a little history lesson, if you will, because I think a lot of people know about Battle of Flowers. They know the color yellow, but I think maybe there's some confusion sometimes as to how it all started, because I understand. Was it I have the date here. Was it 1891 the very first Battle of Flowers parade was delayed by rain?
Yes, you are correct, and we will not have rain this year. In 1891, the president, Benjamin Harris, was coming to San Antonio.
Like the U.S. president.
The U.S. president was coming to San Antonio for a visit, and this parade is based out of something that some ladies had seen in Spain, and so they decided to host a flower parade. And while it rained for 3 days straight and he made a wonderful speech from the Opera House, he did not actually see our parade. So post the rain, in 3 days, we had carriages, bicycles, horse, buggies, all kinds of things decorated in real flowers parading in front of the Alamo. And they threw real flowers at each other back and forth. They literally
each other with flowers.
They had a battle with flowers. And since then, we have been carrying on the tradition, and I am honored to be the parade chairman for the 133rd.
Good for you. And again, it's all women.
All women.
All volunteers.
Yes.
How many women are we talking about?
We have 400 members on our roster, and it's great team building. It's tons of fun. We do it either because we love it or that we're crazy.
Maybe a combination of both.
I think it is.
Meant with respect.
Absolutely.
And you see behind us here, this is a fabulous logo, which can be found in metal form below Lucy's neck right there. It's just a beautiful design. And who came up with this?
Okay, so the parade chairman picks a theme, and the theme this year is Viva Amor 2024. Okay. And I wanted it to have all things to do with love. I feel like this is a gift that the Battle of Flowers gives the city every year. It's our pleasure to do it, and I wanted to spread love and cheer throughout the city. So David Durbin at Monarch has produced this. He is so great to work with.
Yes.
I know he's been in your car before with a good interview.
Thank you.
And behind us, you can see the Battle of Flowers logo, but there is a heart in the middle, and then the Alamo is on top that looks like part of the Sacred Heart. Our traditional yellow roses on top, and then lots of native fun flowers. So that's kind of how that comes.
So does your work as chairperson begin the day after last year's parade?
It begins far before the day after the parade. It begins probably, it's almost a 2-year job, but truly, I mean, it's more than a year's worth of work.
And you're still smiling and have your complete sanity and everything is still good.
That's
1 week
questionable.
out.
I am smiling. Sanity is totally questionable.
No, you're doing great. You brought some flowers with you and the iconic Battle of Flowers hat, which we'll show here in just a few minutes, because I want to ask you about another key component of any parade is the Grand Marshal.
Yes.
And Eric Cooper is a household name in San Antonio. He's the CEO of the food bank, an amazing guy I've interviewed many, many times over the years. I'm guessing, and correct me if I'm wrong, the choice of a Grand Marshal is probably not as easy as one might think it is.
It's actually very hard because we have a long esteemed list of citizens here in San Antonio,
Right.
at the state level, at the national level. We've had presidents' wives, we've had governors' wives, we've had businessmen and women, we've had philanthropists. It's hard to come up, and we don't ever have a second. So the list is very esteemed. It's fun to think of. And to me, Eric Cooper was a natural choice in Viva Amor, living your love. He totally exemplifies to me, I feel like to the city, what San Antonio is all about. 4 years ago, we were in such a pandemic,
Yeah.
and San Antonio made national news, and it was Eric Cooper helping lead the charge to feed those that were in need. And so to me, he lives his love daily and is a perfect choice for the Battle of Flowers and for a Grand Marshal.
I read about that meeting that when you first, I guess, met for the first time or presented him with the idea and how he felt about that. And I can only imagine how emotional that interaction was.
We have had many Grand Marshals that former parade chairmen have gone after, and they're huge names, and they maybe don't pay us any attention.
Right.
This year, when we went to present to Eric Cooper, he presented us with gifts, and he was saying yes before we could even get
Of
the
course he
words out
did.
of our mouth. And so it was just such a delightful first-time meeting. I've never even met Eric Cooper. I've donated, I've done things,
Yes.
but I'd never even met the man behind the name. So
Yes.
he has been wonderful and has supported us as much as we're trying to support him and his mission.
And if you think Lucy's kidding or just saying this for the camera, we're at an undisclosed location outside her home, but she quite literally has a massive San Antonio food bank red bin of food outside her house.
I do indeed. I've been collecting for a year.
All right, well, there's a gentleman that is approaching the vehicle here. Sir,
What are you guys up to?
would you like to come in the back seat here?
Yeah, no.
We'll
Wait a
just
minute,
pick up anybody.
He looks familiar. Yes.
It is a
What is-
surprise to see you guys
Wait.
here. Wait a minute. What's happening? You know
Wait
me.
a minute.
Hey, I have been all over the city sharing love,
Get in here, Eric Cooper.
for decades.
Yes, you have.
But, truly food is love, right? And so this year I've gotten a huge boost from the Battle of Flowers Association. Their theme, Viva Amor in 2024, and Food is Love, coming together in the most biggest party event that has 133 years of history.
Right.
To be humbled to be the Grand Marshal, but to remind our city about all the things that are good. And
Yes.
that is love. That is our hospitality, our ability to help a neighbor out. And Lucy convinced me, Eric, this is your job, and I am doing it.
You said, first of all, let me see that medal real quick so I can show our
That's the
audience.
Grand Marshal medal
She
right
said
there.
that you essentially said yes before she even finished asking you to be the Grand Marshal.
Had me at hello.
Look at that thing. I don't mean to block your face, Eric. but I
hey,
gotta show
that,
people this medal.
that is better looking than my face.
On the
So,
back, there's a QR code. This is how people can help.
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah, that'll get you involved. So,
How great is that?
as Lucy's probably shared, we have a goal of collecting 1.33 million pounds of food. So celebrating that 133rd year of the tradition
I
of
see the
Battle of
number there.
Flowers.
Okay.
And but just an opportunity to bring community together, and that's what I think is so cool, because food has that same power, right? It brings people to a dinner table.
Yeah.
It gathers people around a meal. Well, Battle of Flowers, that tradition gathers people around a parade, a city event that honors heritage and history and just the goodness of Texans, but San Antonians. So, it's just, man.
I'm looking at that sash too.
It is.
Here.
Look,
Okay.
Isn't that sharp?
I wear this all over,
pretty
to
good.
bring attention.
Pretty good.
I was telling Lucy that my wife asked me to take it off, at home. I don't have to be the Grand Marshal of our house.
Eric, don't sleep in the sash.
Yeah. Your pajamas only, right? Not the sash. So.
And you've been honored. Your trophy case is large. You've been honored in so many ways over the years. I wonder, where does Grand Marshal of the Battle of Flowers Parade rank up there on the Eric Cooper list of life accomplishments?
Yeah, I love our city, right?
Yeah.
And I think one of the cool things about volunteering and service is my mom taught me if maybe you don't like something, start to serve it. When you do, those investments in it start to bring this affinity. I loved our city at the beginning, so just the opportunity to serve it for 20 plus years, to get this opportunity to be, a figurehead of such a signature event, realizing it's more than me. It's not Eric Cooper. It's this organization that has been there for people in their most troubled times, when their cupboards were bare, their refrigerators were empty, and then the volunteers and the food companies and the money donors. So it's a celebration of all of that. I just have this privilege, but getting back to it, it's the coolest recognition that I could have ever imagined, and I don't need any recognition, but I'm so humbled to and I see it as another role of service, of just being that face, or the Grand Marshal. So anyway.
You got your wave down? Because you're going to be waving for like 2.5, 3 hours next Friday.
I have been doing, all kinds of exercises to get in good shape.
Ray Feo, John McFadden, he says it's like, what does he say? It's like, go away, come closer. Go away, come closer. It's like, that's his kind of like
elbow, wrist to wrist.
There you go.
So
that's another one.
So, as the chairwoman, do you get to ride in the parade, or do you have headsets on somewhere, like air traffic control? Like, how does that work?
Well, that's funny you asked. No, I'm not in the parade.
You're not.
I am air traffic control. I do have a headset with access to all kinds of things. And something I want to mention about our parade this year is that we have a super exciting flyover happening.
Oh, nice.
The U.S. Air Force has 4 F-16 fighter jets kicking off our parade. And so they will be flying at 1,000 feet starting at San Antonio College, banking over KSAT, and then going over the Alamo.
So the Vanguard's like at 9:55, right?
The Vanguard starts at 9:55, and then the official start of the parade is this flyover by the Air Force. Thanks, John McFadden.
Who flew jets himself in the Air Force once upon a time.
I did not take no for an answer when the military told me no. I kept going.
That doesn't surprise me. So you brought some flowers here, and these are really cool because you get a really close-up look at the detail and everything. So tell us about these flowers.
So one of the things that's really unique about the Battle Flowers Parade is that we are steeped in tradition, and we have a flower-making family that's been with us 98 years. They are also multi-generational like we are, and so one of the things that's unusual about the floats that we produce is that they are covered in our paper and foil flowers, and it's really a lot of fun. These are all handmade. We've got every color under the sun. I just have a few samples with us, and so this is how the Battle Flowers women get involved. Is the ladies make the flowers, and then we go and decorate all the floats with them. But it is something that makes our floats stick out and be very iconic and different for the Battle of Flowers.
It's amazing because you see them from a distance and everything, or on TV. And sometimes I tell people that TV cameras are great, but they don't always do justice.
They really don't.
To the handmade, the precision, and the detail and everything.
It is amazing, and this year we've got all these fabulous colors, especially on the public school floats.
Yeah.
And the court floats are always dazzling, and commercial floats. Anyway, these flowers, I mean, this little bouquet is nothing compared to thousands and thousands of flowers that we put on every season.
Just a little taste. The parade is starting. It's the time has moved this year, right?
So we do have a new start time. The Battle Flowers Parade is mostly made up of students. We are probably 70% or more student based, and so during COVID, that's why we couldn't have a parade.
I remember, yeah.
And we are kicking off 1 hour later. Not a year.
An hour.
1 hour later.
I know what you mean.
I know. I don't know if I know what I mean. So 1 hour later, because the Battle Flowers also hosts a band festival the night before,
Yes.
and 98% of those students come back and march in our parade. So it is a tight turnaround for them to perform all night for us, go home, maybe wash their uniform, get 2 hours of sleep, and load up again. So 1 hour of sleep, we hope, benefits the kids and the volunteers and the spectators, that you can get down to the fun seats and, have a day off of school and really enjoy it.
And the Grand Marshal.
And the Grand Marshal.
A little extra hour of sleep.
I don't think sleeps very much anyway.
Yeah, no, it's remarkable. No, you don't, because I've always said this. I've said it on the air many, many times. Nobody on planet Earth stretches $1 more than Eric, because it's still 7 meals.
It is
for $1.
That is true.
Seriously.
Yeah,
no, I mean it.
And that's with our food drive, right? So $1 equals 7 meals, or if you want to think about it as weight, it's 10 pounds. So we've got that goal of 1.33 million pounds. So $1 goes a long way in getting us to that goal, but $100 gets us a little farther.
Sure.
$1,000 multiplies
even
that.
further.
So
even further. Do the math.
Yeah, do the math. Get us there.
But I was struck by we were listening before you came in the car. We're talking about how the Battle of Flowers is a nonprofit entity on its own, but this is the first time in the 133-year history of the parade you've aligned with another nonprofit.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Picking Eric was natural to me, even though I had a really long list. You rose to the top really quick, and it's been absolutely our pleasure to have you working with us all year. But it's all happened organically. Your needs, our needs, what we're willing to do, what we want to do. You're a yes person, and I'm a yes person. And frankly, I said yes to 1.33 million pounds of food, thinking peanut butter weighed so much more.
Oh, no.
I just didn't even know how that was going to equate. And we are halfway there. We will be collecting during the parade and the band festival this year. We have a traveling float that's making 2 more stops at the Alma Heights Little League fields tomorrow, and at Fiesta de los Niños at Port San Antonio on the 20th. We are collecting there. We take finances, we take canned food, and then during the parade and band festival, we will be taking both of those things so that we blow the food bank in the city of San Antonio away with these great donations throughout Fiesta. It is a party with a purpose.
Indeed.
Truly a party with a purpose. And I will be out at all those events. If you want to get one of these Eric Cooper Grand Marshal Fiesta medals, come see us. Come out, participate at the float event. And
so this again for people who are just joining us late.
It has been just incredible when you think about that 2 nonprofits aligning, working together. I truly thought that Lucy was scraping the bottom of the peanut butter jar when she asked me, but
no.
When you think about it, it is this party with a purpose. It's bringing our community together, and what I think is the best part of our city, and that's this spirit of love and hospitality.
Well, I don't think there's any question. Food is such a component of Fiesta as it is, like chicken on a stick and all of it. So, but you think of it in a different context. In this case, food is essential once again.
Yeah, and then the Battle of Flowers Association is made up of amazing women, and when you think about those amazing women helping my most common recipient of food, female, a mom, a Latina. She's working. She's trying to provide everything she can. So it's women helping women. It's women helping the community. Obviously, the food bank serves a diverse population of homeless and veteran and adult, senior, kids. But it's just powerful to see the kind of leadership that's been around for 133 years, that kind of legacy, that kind of multi-generational investment, and that investment then is being applied towards a social cause like hunger. It gives me hope that we can one day have a community where everyone thrives, where there isn't hunger, and that we just are able to gather and know that every resident, their needs are met and their family thrives, and it's going to be a great celebration on April 26th.
Super. 1 week from today, as a matter of fact. So, Lucy, in addition to the flowers, you have what it looks like the iconic Battle of Flowers yellow hat.
Ooh. I have the iconic hat. Battle of Flowers is known for yellow, wearing yellow all the time. If ever you see someone on the parade route wearing yellow, we are here to help you. We're here to make it run smoothly and just make it a really fun, great day. But we are known for wearing yellow.
And only the volunteers or the membership can wear those hats?
Yes, and we have nifty little aprons as well that say Battle of Flowers on them. It's like a kangaroo at the end of the day because we're selling medals. We're probably collecting canned foods. We are have maps to show people where their seats are.
Yeah.
We're just trying to be basically a good host to what we're offering for the event. So,
I mean, as parades go, you've got to be one of the older ones around in the country, right?
Yes, we are. The Rose Bowl, the Rose Parade is older than we are, and then we are older than the Macy's Day Parade. And then we're the third largest parade run by women in the world.
In the world.
In the world.
World champions, about to be the heavyweight champion at 1.33 million pounds.
Or more.
Or more.
Or more.
Yeah, we won't stop there.
San Antonio tends to overachieve sometimes.
We hope
you set a goal and then it tends to be surpassed.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Couple more minutes here with Luci and with Eric. Is there an aspect of the parade, or if you were to pull the curtain back, something fascinating about the parade or the production of the parade that the average person might not know about? Or what it takes to put this thing on?
Oh, gosh, that's a good question. I think some of the things that we're super excited about this year is, of course, the Grand Marshal. He's got a wonderful float that we just revealed to him earlier this week. And then we have the Clydesdales coming back.
Okay.
And so that's fun. We have the Shriners and their mini cars also making a return appearance. But I love the music about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And everyone comes that they're happy to be there. They want to participate. The kids are so excited. It's the end of the week. It is a school holiday.
Yeah.
But they have been 100 different places having fun themselves and doing all the activities. But, man, watching them pass us at the intersection of where we tell people to go and we time them out, the smiles on every participant, every age, their face, it just glows. So that's what I'm most excited about. We do it because we love it, and it is our gift to the city to produce something like this.
Confetti flying, chicken on a stick in the air.
All the...
All right, so the shoe game is very critical.
It is.
And I'm not. I don't know if you. What are you?
I'm
you're not wearing your parade shoes today.
I'm going to break them out the day of the parade. But I tell you, when you were asking Lucy the question about the parade, I'm humbled to be the Grand Marshal, but the Battle of Flowers Association also brought my wife into the circle, right?
Oh, nice.
And so, for someone that, all of us that work hard, right? It's a lot of sacrifice at home, and our spouses, our families go without you as you're doing your work. And so that special touch of making it about family, and so I'm going to have my kids and, all on the float, and then our employees that make the food bank, the most amazing organization, they will be marching with us next to the float. We're recognizing our most long tenured chef, and so they'll be there. We're also recognizing one of our drivers, warehouse staff member that's just really because it's celebrating this organization and the great people. They've all got their uniforms, and they're going to be sporting some Fiesta colors and really aligning into the theme of Battle of Flowers. And then there's kind of a secret on my shoes. They are coming along, as I understand it.
I want to probe so much. I want to ask.
But they will be revealed. And,
all right.
And I'll be sporting them the day of the parade.
And I have to tell you, by the time you're at the end of the parade and people have said, show me your shoes, by that night, your hips and back are going to hurt.
Yeah.
That's the exercise I was coached on the most.
Okay, good. Yes.
It was like, go ahead and try to stick a leg out there,
And hold it 20 seconds.
On a moving float.
Yeah. Speaking of chicken on a stick, that's me.
It's okay.
I'm gonna be trying. So.
No. It'll be great. It'll be amazing. It's always one of the highlights for sure. And we are now literally a week away. So I guess finally for you, Lucy, in these last 6 days plus leading up to, what is happening now, or is essentially everything done?
Everything's done. We are so ready. The parade could roll this afternoon.
Oh.
That's women for you. That's a women-led organization. We are 100% ready. We're taking care of details, and it's just fun. The fun is now. It's Fiesta. It's getting in the excitement of it all. It's spreading love. It's doing great things like this. And Ernie, we'll see you in the parade too.
I will be there with Ray Feo, 75 with John McFadden, and I've always told people, if you ever get an opportunity to be in a parade, it's one of the. It will never get old for me. I thoroughly enjoy it, just being in the streets of San Antonio, downtown San Antonio, and seeing the people, the walls of people up way up on the top, looking up there, on the high rises or whatever, the apartment buildings. It's very rarely am I at a loss for words, but it's so cool, and I can't wait. We'll all be there together next Friday. So
looking forward to it.
Are tickets still available, by the way?
Tickets are available, and we have a great new area this year at Crockett Park. We've made it a fun zone sponsored by Rico's, and Rico's will be there passing out their fun foods for Fiesta, and we have an MC, we have music, we have live games, but plenty of tickets available at battleoflowers.org.
And one of Rico's big colors is yellow anyways.
It is.
They're going to fit right in.
Perfect fit.
Right in. All right, battleoflowers.org if you'd like more information on the parade, or safoodbank.org if you'd like to find out what Eric Cooper does when he's not Grand Marshaling parades and everything. But it is remarkable.
Just marshaling love.
And
That's all I'm doing.
And again, stretching $1 more than anybody else on earth.
No kidding.
I know both of you are incredibly busy right now, and I could not be more appreciative that you carved out some time for me today and for our little show here. So I appreciate it.
This is so fun. Thank you.
Well, I think you know how I feel about Fiesta and just the whole thing in general and the parades, and I know how much work you guys put into this all year long. So thank you so much.
You too.
And all the best to you. And I will give you, I already have the Battle of Flowers medal, so this one's mine.
Thank you. I love it.
Eric gets this one as well.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
super
Fantastic.
cool.
Yes.
Super cool.
Have fun next Friday.
Yeah.
Both of you.
I will be floating down the street.
Yes, you will.
So.
Yes, you will. safoodbank.org. Again, 1.33 million pounds. It's easy for me to say, but that's the goal, and I know it will be met. So great to see you guys.
Hey, thanks.
Eric Cooper, Luci Bell, San Antonio Food Bank, Battle of Flowers Parade Chair for 2024. This has been another episode of Pickup Lines presented by Gamez Law Firm and Integrity Roofing and Siding. We'll be back again very soon. Until then, Viva Fiesta and have a great Friday. Bye for now.
Viva Fiesta.